Okay, today we are going to see about alerts once again. So, how to generate an alert? Go to rediff.com, click on sign in, and without entering the username or password, if I click on go, then I'll get this alert. This is called alert. This is not a window, this is an alert. It is asking us to enter the email ID. This alert usually it has only OK, but normally alerts will have OK, cancel, and those kind of things. You'll usually come across alerts in most of the general websites. So what you need to do is you just need to go inside it, get focused to this alert, and just accept it. That's it. That's our program now. Let us do it. Okay. I'll exit this. I'll create a new package, call it alerts. In that I'll create a new class. I'll call it alert1 or something. Okay, here I need my WebDriver again. First we need to generate the alert, so we need to go into the site. So I'm just going into site. I'll say rediff.com. If you don't understand, please stop me in between. Okay, now we are in rediff.com. We need to click on something, so we'll get the ID or XPath of that button, rediff.com. Then we need to click on this sign in link. So this is link. How do I know that that is a link? When you go to HTML and when you take it to it, when you see it is in A is nothing but anchor. Anchor means link. So sign in is a link. In WebDriver, you can also click elements based on links. We'll click using link now. Driver dot find element by dot link text. Okay, what is the link text? But you have to write it exactly however it is. Sign in dot click. What is the link text? Sign in. You just copy and paste it over here. Okay, now when we click on this, what's happening? We got this button. So we'll take XPath or ID of this button. So ID is button login. So I'll take it by ID and again click on it. So now I'll write driver dot find element by dot ID dot click. Okay, fine, we are good until here. We'll see whether the alert is generating or not. Fantastic, we got the alert. Now how to deal with this alert? Any ideas from previous classes? Okay, first we'll capture the alert. How to capture the alert? So you can just write alert alert is equal to driver dot switch to dot alert. Now we have our alert. We have captured our alert. So this alert, you need to import the package, click on it, and select org.openqa.selenium. Okay, so selenium.alert will be selected. Alert is a class in Selenium, so we use that class and we created a alert object. That means we have this, the dialog box, whatever dialog box you saw just now, we have that dialog box in this alert. Using that, if you want to see like whether we got the right alert or not, I'll just print it for you, system.out.println. I'll say alert dot get text. Now you can see, like if I run the program again, okay, I got the text box. You can see please enter email ID, the same alert I got it over here. Please enter the email ID. Now we have to accept it, click it or accept it. How to do that? It's very simple. There's a command called alert dot accept. Okay, if you have cancel or something else, alert dot you have a lot of options here. Dismiss, alert dot dismiss will dismiss it, but we want to accept it, so alert dot accept. We'll run the program and see what happens. So it is generated and it is closed automatically. Okay, now we are not seeing the alert. Any doubts here? No doubts? Okay, right. We'll carry on with the next class now. So WebDriver 6, WebDriver 5 is finished. Any doubts? Get back to me. Now we'll go to WebDriver 6, the final part of your WebDriver. Okay, here we'll see how to handle ajax. Do you know what ajax is? And also we'll see an example with how to work with profiling, like we'll download something automatically. Okay, and as well we'll see about ajax. So any idea what ajax is? If you go to amazon.co.uk, okay, when you type something, like if I say HI, it gives all the listings with HI. If I say AB, it will give all the listings with AB. Okay, but you don't know how many it gives and all those things. So we'll see how we can easily handle these kind of things. I want to print this list. I don't know randomly what list it will generate. I want to print this list. Okay, like if I say T, I got some list. I want this list. Okay, so to do this, because we learned Java from long time, I will write a small function, okay, that generates random alphabets. Random alphabets. Do you know what random alphabets is? It will pick from somewhere. Sometimes it will give F, sometimes it will give R, sometimes it will give S or something. You will write a small function like using that function, we'll input some different value over here each time. New package. I'll call it ajax 1 or something, and I'll create who is calling. Okay, if we call, I cannot. Yeah, please don't call. Oops, you need to mute your microphone. Okay, please don't call back. I'll drag you if you're disconnected. Just message me, that's enough. Okay, right, I just created a package called ajax and I'll create a class called ajax. Now what I will do is, what is our first step? Get the WebDriver. Okay, now we'll go to amazon.com, amazon.co.uk or com, whatever you like. Right, now we will, what we'll do, we'll type some alphabet in it. Okay, so in what? This one. Is it showing full screen? What is the full screen command for Firefox? Anybody? F11, F12. Yeah, this is better. Okay, so I want the ID of this one, that is 2 tab search text box. I'll say driver dot, how to type something, by dot id, and the id, and then send keys. So send keys, you can say whatever alphabet you want, I or J or A or B or anything, but I don't want to type it here. We'll play with it. I want a randomly generated alphabet. How do we get randomly generated alphabet? We'll write a function for it. How do we write it? First I'll take a function name, rand alpha or something. So this function, okay, this function will return a string back. Okay, why it is showing error? Because this function is not existing. It is not existing yet. What you can do is press control space, no, press on this balloon. It says create method. Just click on it. It creates method for it. Okay, right. So here, what is the return type you want? String. You all know how to write functions, right? What is the return type you want? String. And you don't need this stuff. Okay. Let us remove this also. Now we'll write our function. Okay, don't worry, it is showing error because we are not returning anything yet. What we'll do is we'll take a string called alphabet and store all the alphabets in it. Right. Now we have a string called A, B, C, D, F, G, H, all those things. Now I'll take a now what I need any single character from this. So I'll say int character is equal to, this is called casting, don't worry about it, just see the code. Math dot, these are inbuilt functions in Java, math dot random, okay, into, how many alphabets are there? 26. So randomly, I'm telling that randomly choose one alphabet from this. So it's not choosing yet, randomly choose, it is choosing one number from this. Randomly from 26 it is choosing one number and giving that number to character. Sometimes it may take 1, sometimes it may take 10, sometimes it may take 26. So that number is stored in character. Okay, because math.random, it may return a float value or double value. I'm saying any value it may return, but store it as integer. That's why I gave this integer over here. This is called as casting. Okay, don't worry too much about it. If you want to explore more, type casting in Java in YouTube or somewhere, you'll get videos. Okay, right, I got some number in it. Now I'll use a special function called substring and use this number and get the required character. Okay, so instead of character, I'll call this number. Okay, now I'll say string character is equal to, what is our alphabet? Alphabet dot substring. What does substring function do? Substring function will cut and select your alphabet, any of the alphabet from this list. Because the number is randomly generating, we can't define what it will select. So substring function needs two values, two numbers, the position of the number like 4 and how many characters you want to print from the number. Okay, 4 and 5, suppose it will print D. Let us say number plus 1. Okay, using these two numbers, these two numbers, it will generate a number, it will generate a character and will return that character. So what we'll say, return character. Okay, now you won't see any error over here. Okay, until here, we'll write until here and see whether it's happening or not. Don't worry about this logic and this function. You can experiment these functions in another file. If you want, create a new file, use substring and see, give your name in a variable and see what it's happening. You don't need this random number. You can just give two numbers, 3, 4 and all, and see. Okay, right. Fantastic. This time it typed E. Okay, I'll run again and see. Now it typed K. So each time it's typing different alphabet. Fantastic. Now we'll write our main program. Give me 1 second. Right, now we are successfully getting that. Now what we'll do is, we'll write our program. We'll do it in something called as try and catch blocks. What are these try and catch blocks? So sometimes we know that system may throw an error, but we don't want the program to halt. If an error comes, we just want to continue and print the error, but don't want the program to terminate. In such cases, we use this try and catch blocks. Why do you want to use try and catch blocks now? Because sometimes we don't know, we may get only limited results over here. We may get only 3 results or 4 results for something, some word. Okay. Okay. In such case, it may not go any more further to print these. Then it may fail. So we don't want that fail. We know sometimes it happens, we know, so we want to handle it. That's called as exception handling. Exception handling we can do by writing this try catch blocks. So use this. Okay. Oops. Okay, forget it, we'll write. I was trying for a template. Okay, try. So I'll take an integer. You know this already, so I'll go with integer I is equal to 1. I'll write a while loop here. While true. While true means do it always. Do it always. What to do? Print system.out.println driver dot find element what we are finding, we are finding, if I type A, I want this list. How to print this list? First see how it is, the pattern. So it's a bit difficult, but type something over there. Type something over there, come out, take this, oops, why is this acting today? Now they added so many elements so that they are also ajax one, so randomly generating. Anyway, we can find it. Type something over there and see over here. Now you can see. So here, if you see towards the bottom of the screen, ID is almost similar, but you can see the pattern. Only 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are changing. Okay, so it's very simple for us now. How to generate it? First, take the static part which does not change, ISS div. Can you see towards the bottom of the screen? Is someone not seeing ISS div 0, 1, 2, 3 and all? Those are the IDs of this. Okay, so now driver dot find element, why it's not finding the driver? Sorry, I'm writing try block outside the main function, that's why it's giving me this. So what's it? Driver dot find element by dot id. Okay, so what is the id? Sorry, what is the id? ISSDIV. We'll check it whether it is. Okay, I saw the last time it's ISS div and 0, 1, 2, 3 were present. So when we know the pattern, what we can do? We can give it as I, and we can start it with 0 because 0 is also there, I guess. I is equal to 0. Then at the end we have to get the text of it, isn't it? Get text. Is this extra? Oops, I think Control Shift F. Okay, let me see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we wrote try block. Now we'll write catch block. So this is for while, and for try block we have to close it. Okay, after finishing while, I'll write, I should increment the I. How to increment I? I is equal to I plus 1, or you can even write I plus plus. Okay, now I'll write catch block. Catch block is if any error occurs, this will catch. Exception E. Now we'll just print what is the error. We'll even try that. Increment the I here. Okay, so it will go until the end of the program. It will keep on printing these values. It will keep on printing these values. After this, it won't find the next value. So what it will do, it will catch an exception and print it. But we know that is fine with us. We just want our program to run. Okay, so now that's it. We'll just run it and see. It's typing it, but it is saying unable to locate the element ISS div 0. That is because I think the Ajax is running faster. We will literally implicitly try to introduce a wait over here. That means the program waits until the Ajax is loaded, until the list is displayed. How to do that? Driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicitly wait for 30 what seconds. So you should say time unit dot you want seconds, minutes, days, anything. I'll make it wait for 30 seconds. 10 seconds is okay, I guess, for us now, for now. Okay, I'm running this. Okay, it should start printing by now. So it printed everything until Zelda. Okay, if you wait for some more time, now it says ISS div 10 is not found, but you don't see this one in red thing. You are not seeing this as an error, you are seeing it as exception. It caught that exception and said unable to locate the element, because after this list it did not find any next element. So it halted the program, but the program did not fail. The test did not fail. What happened is this catch block caught that exception and printed that exception over here. Okay, your exercise is do the same thing without using this try catch block. Write directly and see what happens. That is your exercise. Any doubts in this, or you want once again? Please let me know. Is it okay, everyone? Once again, yeah. The whole thing or any single part?
This is try and catch and
Try catch block. Why do we use try catch block? Try catch block is when we know that some error occurs, some error or some exception occurs, and the test fails or your class fails. Okay, we'll do the same thing without try and catch block, then we'll use try and catch block. Okay, right. Now what I'll do is I'll just remove try and catch blocks from this. Rest everything is same. Okay, so what we are doing, we are just printing those elements. How we are printing? By ISS div is the ID of this one. ISS div is ID of. So when we type something, let me show this once again. When we type something, when I click on this, it will go, I guess. Yeah, it is very sensitive now. Okay, you can do something like type it, right click, or even right click. See, now I typed something, we only got 4 things, so we don't know how many we get. But you have to fight with it to get the uh, XPath of it. We saw okay, when once you get the XPath, once you know the XPath of it, this site it is behaving like this, but other sites you can get it easily because there are too many ajax elements over here. Ajax elements are nothing but they are generated on the fly. They are not loaded previously in it. Okay.
Even if you go to other sites like Argos or anything, any other sites, it will behave like this only.
Yes.
It will continuously changing.
Yeah, it will change.
Okay.
It will change. So we got here, you can see now ISS div5. If it is not coming, just refresh the page and see, you will get it. Okay. Now you can see the IDs over here. ISS div 0, div 1, div 2, div 3 and all. So we found the pattern. What is the pattern? It is everywhere ISS and div, but only the numbers are changing. So what we did now? We just added I to the ISS div and we are printing it. We are incrementing I++ over here. Okay, it's showing some error over here. What is the error? Okay, it needs one more bracket. Okay, so we'll once we run this, now what happens is it is working perfectly, but what happens is the test fails if you wait for a moment, because it is waiting for the next thing. It fails and we got this red message completely. Okay, red message means the test is failing. We don't want the test to fail. Now because we are running only one program, if it is failing also, we don't care much. But if there is something else which needs to be done after this, okay, for example, I want to type something after that. If I say after the while loop, I want to type system dot this message should be printed after that. Where is it? Is this not in? What is this? Okay, Now instead of giving true, I am giving 99. Even that is also true. Why? Because when I say while true, only it will be in while loop. It won't come out of the loop and not print this. To show you this one, I just did this. I'm just running the program. Okay, it printed everything, but it did not print this hello. If you see, now the program will terminate abruptly. Now the program terminated abruptly. It did not print this hello at all. So some important piece of code, some important information is not printed. Then that is not good. So when we know such type of exceptions occur, we can handle them. How to handle them? We'll put it in try catch blocks. So I'll just say try this. If you find any exception, then catch it. Catch and exception, and I'll say E. So inside exception block, you can write whatever you want. I'll write please print that exception, or you don't need to write anything at all. Just say, I'll just say something else. Exception occurred or something. Okay, now what I will do, I'll run this program again. So it printed all these things, and it did not find the next one because I is still incrementing and did not find the next element. Now what it does is it will throw an exception as usual. Okay, and when exception is thrown, what happened this time? The program did not terminate, the program did not close, it just printed exception occurred because we gave it here, and it went to the next piece of code, and next piece of code is executed. Did you understand? Any doubt? Somewhere if you are confused, tell me. I'll make it very clear. Don't worry. If you're still not, if you still did not get it, tell me. We'll go step by step what happens. Teja, do you want me to run once again?
Okay, Kiran, I understand
now. Shankar, over to you. Shankar? Good. Okay. Anybody else? Please practice, then you will understand. I want you to experiment. Use try with this, try without that, and do those things. If you experiment, then it's very easy. Okay. Do you all have some more time, or shall we stop it here until here? Okay, no problem, Shankar. You can type. Do you want me to stop it here, or do you want me to continue?
Can we stop here?
Yeah, I know. Okay, next class, only very small bit is left over. Next class we'll do that, and then we'll go for our test ng. And once test ng is done, we'll do our framework. So next class is on Monday again. Okay. Please practice.
And what about this agile and manual testing for me?
Okay. We'll next week onwards we'll plan, Teja. We'll do those. Okay. Whenever you don't have this class, we'll do that first. Okay. Just a minute. Someone asked something. Windows handling. You need Windows handling once again. Shankar, did you practice that? Okay, right. We'll go to Windows handling. So whoever wants to leave, you can leave. I'm just repeating yesterday's class once again. Okay. Okay. So what's happening in Windows handling? So first we'll go to first step. Do you know how to debug a program? Did I ever tell you how to debug a program? What is debugging? Debugging is nothing but seeing what is happening. If you found some error, if something is wrong, if something is not working properly, you can debug your problem. Debugging is going step by step and seeing what's happening. Okay, when we see step by step, you'll understand what is happening here actually. Okay, so to debug it, what we need to do is first put a breakpoint somewhere. I will put a breakpoint here. How to put a breakpoint? How to put a breakpoint? Right click, toggle breakpoint. So you will see the small dot over here. That's called as breakpoint. Now I will click on run and debug, or you can press F11. Now the screen will change a bit. It will ask like, shall I shift into debug perspective, like, but it did not change. Yeah, screen will change a bit now. What you really want is, you want some keys. Step into, let me see whether these are very small for you. Not these. Here, these keys are called as step into. Step into is F5 in Eclipse. So now we have our program here. What happened is, the first two things, WebDriver, driver.get loaded, and we came to this page. Now we'll see step by step what is happening. Okay, now I'll step into it, so it will go to next step. What happened? Okay, because this is Selenium, I'll step over it. Click it twice or thrice, it will happen. Step over it. Okay, clicked on it, a new window came. So any step, if you are not understanding, please let me know, we'll discuss that step. So this step, I think you know how to, when you click on this one, a new window just opened. No doubts until here. Now what we are doing is, we have two windows open here. So we are taking the IDs of these windows and storing in a set. How we are doing that? We created a set called as winHandle, and we said driver.get window handles. So there are two windows open, and two window handles are stored into this window handle. Okay, now to use these window handles, or to use any values in a set, we need something called as iterator. Okay, now we created a iterator and we connected it to window handle, iterator. Any doubt, Shankar, until here? So wherever you have doubt, please stop me. Okay, fine. When we have window handle, we can print it or we can use it. So what I'm doing is, I'm just using it. I'm not printing it here. I'm just using it. I'm storing the first handle into home page ID variable. That means this one. That means this one into home page ID variable, and this one into login page ID variable. So both of them are stored in variables. Now I want to click something here, but the focus is here. So what do? I need to switch the window. How do I switch the window? Driver.switch to .window login page ID. Then what happens? This will come into focus. This will come into front of the screen. Okay, we'll step until there and see. Step over. Now iterator IDs are stored. Okay, now it will switch the focus to window. Now the focus is switched to window. Then what I want to do, I want to click on this particular one. Okay, so now it will click on that one, and a new window just came into focus, not focus, just came, new window just generated on the screen. Okay, now we have three windows. So how to handle the third window as well? What we did is, we again created a new set, because we need to store these three things. Old set, we have already two values, so forget about it. Two values are already, we stored the old set, so we can forget about it. Now we'll create a new set and store the three values, so that I can use this third value. Okay, I just created a new set and I again connected the iterator to this new set because I want to use it. Then what I did is I just skipped the first two IDs. Why I skipped the first two IDs? Because I already have the first two IDs saved here. I only want the ID of the third one. So I just skipped the first two IDs. Then I saved the third ID into a variable called third page or something. And now what I did, I switched to third page. How did I switch? Driver.switch.window third page. Okay. Now I clicked on something else. I clicked on maybe this one, driver.findElement, and I clicked on that one so that it came to this page. That's it. Now after that, because you have IDs of all these three windows, you can switch to any window. Now I want to switch to login page window. I can switch to login page window and I want to click on anything I want. That's it. We'll go through it. So win iterator.next. Again win iterator.next. Nothing happened. It just skipped. Now win iterator.next. The third value is stored in this one. If you want to see, there is something called as variables over here. You can see what is stored in each variable. Login page ID, what is stored. Okay. New window handles, what is stored. So new window handles, there are three things. Okay. What are all the variables we have from the beginning? We have win handle first. Okay, win handle already have two things. Double click on it, so you got two IDs over here. Okay, next one is home page ID. Home page ID, we have one ID stored. Login page ID, we have one ID stored. And next what we have, new window handles, we have three IDs stored, 1 2 3, and this last ID we want to store in what is that, third page one. See, remember last ID starts with 51B4 or something. So now what we'll do is we'll just follow this. Now the last ID is stored in. Now we see a new variable called third page. The last ID, the 51 is stored in the third page thing. Now because it is switched, we are clicking on it. Click couple of times. Now it failed because something is wrong. Timed out because unable to locate element. Some element is not there. Maybe I commented out something. That's why it's not working. Did you understand any particular doubt in that? Do you want me to open the code so that you can ask what particular doubt in that, or totally you didn't understand? Got it now. Okay, fantastic. If anyone else also, if you don't understand something, please let me know, we'll discuss. Okay. Okay then, good night. That's the end of the class. Sandeep, can I discuss it with you tomorrow, Sandeep?
Yes, Kiran, no problem.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll discuss it tomorrow. Okay then, good night everyone. If any small
Yeah.
doubts, anybody, you can just ask now.
Then, what about you told me that Josna number?
Okay, I will just ping Josna once we will end this. Okay, did I send today's class? No, right? Give me one
No.
second. Give me 1 second. First, that is important. I'll forget.